Hello everybody, my name is NeeNee and this tutorial is pretty much going to be a pink and black smoky eye. As you can see, my left eye is already done. Move up so you can see it. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to make it as simple as possible to follow. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my base shadow, which is from this palette by Revlon. And I'm going to go ahead and use this white color right here. And it's really not white. It looks white, but it's a cream shadow, and it has like a gold tint to it. And the reason I'm using that is because it's going to give my powder shadow something to stick to, and it's also going to add as a highlighter for my brow bone. Normally you would add a highlighter maybe after everything is done, after all the shadow is done, but I'm going to use this now and it's already going to be there, so after I put everything else on, I don't have to add anything to the top of my brow bone. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to lightly pull my eye back and use this brush here. And I'm putting it all over my whole eye, all the way up to the brow bone. Okay? And I'm going to bring it all the way down to the very end of the tip of my eyebrow. Okay? You don't need a whole lot. This is good. It's going to look something like that. It's a very light color. Baby in the background. How professional, right? Anyway, so the next thing I'm going to do is use my pink color. And the color I'm using is by Bella. I know it's backwards for you guys looking, but it's called Resonance. That's the name of the color. And instead of dipping my brush into this little container, I'm just going to shake it so the powder can get into the top, because you don't need a whole lot. It's a very, very bright color. So I let it get into the top of the container, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little on my brush. As you can see, there's not a whole lot, because like I said, the color is very bright. And I'm going to pat it onto my eyelid. That will help, you know, let the brightness of the color show, instead of, what do you call it, brushing it on. I'll just pat it on just like this. Excuse me if I'm a little tongue twisted, you know, I'm just trying to do this as quick as possible. So I'm going to put a little more. And I'm only putting this color on my lid. And I'm going to smoke out the crease with black. I'm just going to put a little bit more. Okay? And pat it on just like that. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my black shadow. It's by the same company, Bella or Bella. And I'm going to shake it so I can get into the top also. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to add the black to the crease right at the top of the pink, where I put the pink at, okay? Very lightly. That's a little too much. You can see it's very light, and I'm going to go all the way out to the outside of my eyelid. The same as I did with the base shadow, I'm going to go all the way out to the tip of my eyebrow, okay? A little more. I'm just going to blend it a little bit to soften it up. And what I'm doing here at the tip of my eyebrow is just bringing the shadow downward toward the paint. And that's really to create shape to your eye. Can you see that? Okay. There you go. And like I said, the highlighter is already there. I don't have to go and take a brighter color and sweep it over my brow bone because that's already done. So the next thing I'm going to do is my liner. And I'm not going to use a pencil. I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush, a very small brush. You can use a brush with a pointed tip if you want. I'm comfortable with this one. And what I'm using for my liner is a gel liner. It's by Maybelline. It's not gel-like. It's more like a cream, a very, very, very thick cream. But it's called gel liner, and it's by Maybelline, and the color is Blackest Black. So I'm just going to simply place the tip of my brush into the liner just to get a little warm because you don't need a lot again. And I'm going to slightly pull back my eye just so I can get an even and accurate application, okay? And I'll start from the outer corner of my eye and work my way in. And I'm going to create a very thin line. Okay? It's not really dramatic. Okay? Let me do it again. Okay, and I'm also going to do it to my bottom lash line, just for a more dramatic effect. And it really, really brings out the eye, and it brings out the color and everything. It gives everything just a more full look. Okay, that's very simple. I know it's hard to get liner at the lowest lash line because some people tear up or it's sensitive and you're not used to doing it, so it might feel funny. So just do just like I did and just hurry up and lightly sweep it over. Pull your eye back just slightly and sweep it over and just hurry up and get it out the way so you don't start crying. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do is add this highlighter right here in the corner of my eye, and I'm pretty much just going to use a shimmery beige color. It's like almost pink. It's very, very light. I don't know the name of it because it's in my MAC palette, so I forgot the name of it. But I'm just gonna dip the tip of this brush into it just like I did. As you can see, there's not a lot. Okay, and I'm just gonna close my eye and sweep it right in the corner, and at the very beginning of the shadow that's already there. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, and that's that. Now the very last step is mascara. This is Mega Length by Wet n Wild. I'm not going to do lashes because like I said in the last video, I don't really care to do lashes, so I try not to do them as often as possible, and my lashes are pretty long. So I'm just going to apply this about 3 or 4 times and it'll give it that effect. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing it 4 times is because if you do it once, you know, you'll see it, but it won't be so dramatic. The darker and the longer your lashes are, the more dramatic the look. So that's up to you. If you want to do it that many times, you can do it once or twice. It's all about preference. I prefer doing it 3 or 4 times. That's just me. And I'm going to do the bottom lash line also. Okay. And that is it. My foundation is done. My eyes are done. I have my lips popping. So, I hope you guys can see it, because the last video I did on this, the lighting was terrible, and I got my feedback from some people, so I promised that I would do it again. I hope you like it. I hope you understood, what do you call it? The flow of it or whatever, I don't know. I just hope you followed the steps correctly. That's what I was trying to say. I hope you got it down. I hope it's not too hard for you. And I hope you like the look. And if you get to wear it, enjoy it. It's a good, look if you're hanging out with some friends or if you're going on a little date or something like that. It's a lot and not a lot at the same time. It's pretty flirty, and I just think it's cute. So, enjoy. See you later.